Hey everyone, this is BremSter, and tonight I'm recording a puzzle called Entruples by Wuschel, which is one of the puzzles for the Quads on Parade pack. I'm a bit over halfway through recording the puzzles, but I'm not recording them in order. I'm recording them in approximately the order they were added to the pack, and then we will sort them into a difficulty order and release them in increasing difficulty. Again, approximately. Difficulty is very, very subjective. So that's the plan. So I don't know where this is going to fit in because I haven't solved this one yet. According to the feedback, this will be probably somewhere in the first half, maybe first third. We will see how it goes. So what are the rules for this puzzle? We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have quadruples, which is the main constraint for the pack. So digits in a quadruple circle must be placed at least once in the 4 cells touching that circle. So we know, for example, 1, 2, and 4 must be placed in somewhere in those 3 cells. And around here, we must have A1, A4, and A7. But it might be possible for example, for both of those to be 1 and then these to be 4, 7. That might be possible. Then we've got an entropic lines. So along any set of 3 sequential cells along a beige line must contain 1 low digit, which is from 1, 2, 3, 1 middle digit from 4, 5, 6, and 1 high digit from 7, 8, 9. So, and this is a case of any 3 cells we pick along these lines, anywhere we pick them, must contain a low, a middle, and a high. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, I can see something right here, which is these must contain 1 low, 1 mid, and 1 high. But this quadruple contains 2 lows, and I can't put 2 lows in that cell. So this must be a low digit. I can see the same over here. This is 1 low, 1 mid, and 1 high, but I can't put 2 highs here, but the quadruple has 2 highs, so this is a high digit. And it's 7 or 8, the same way this is 1 or 2. Now, can I do this elsewhere? I know one of these is 5 or 6 because I can't make both of those mid. So what is the colouring along this line? Let's use different colours. Let's use grey and purple and orange. So we know that I don't know which colours represent which, but I do know that one of these is low, one is mid, one is high. And as I move further along the line, whichever low, mid, or high grey is, needs to appear in here, but doesn't appear yet. So this will be grey in order to pick it up. And when I look at these 3, purple has dropped off, and I need to add purple to this set of 3. And because of as you move along, you will always drop something off and then need to pick it up. Every third cell along the line is going to be the same. So it'll be grey with 2 gaps and a grey, then 2 gaps and a grey, 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 2 gaps and a grey. So all of those will be grey. After grey comes purple, so I can put purple in after the greys, and then after purple, well, everything else is going to be orange. But I don't know what. I know the mid on here is 6. So whatever the mid digit on here is going to be 6. And the low digit is going to be from 1, 2, or 3. So the high digit that's not on here is 9. So there's a 9 in here somewhere, but I don't know where that is. Now, these are all the same. So these are orange and purple, but I can't see how to use that either. This is one of each. Hang on, this can't. Grey is mid, because there's 3 greys, but I've already got a high and a low. So grey is mid, which I use green for. That's beautiful. So what's the mid digit around here? Well, actually I don't. Yeah. One of these is low, one is mid, and one is high. But I don't know what the high digit around here is. I know the other low digit is going to be a 1 or a 2, and the high digit is 7, 8, 9, but there's only one mid digit around here, and it's a 4. So this is a 4. Similarly around here, I've got to put another high digit in and a low digit. The only mid digit I've got available is a 6, so this is a 5. These are 4 and 6. That's beautiful. This is 5 or 6, and this is 4 or 5. That's really cool. Now I need to put a 5 around this quadruple, and I can't put it there or there because Oh, that's really nice, because this 5 sees all 3 of those cells. So that's a 5, and I'm going to color it as mid. I've got to put a 5 around this quadruple, and it can't go in any of those. So that's a 5, and I'm going to color it mid. Now, orange and purple are low and high. Still need to figure out the order of that. There is a 6. Well, the 6 can't be in here. This is the 6. Oh, that's really cool, because these aren't mid. This is the 6. So this is the mid 6. So this is the 5. And I need to put a 4 around here, but these aren't mid. This is the 4, and it's the mid 4. And these... So I know what the... No, I know there's a 3 in here, the same way as I know there's a 7 in here. This is crazy. And this is the 5. Haven't resolved these yet. How do I resolve this? Do I need to stretch into this line? Well, that cell sees all of those. So the middle digit in here can't be 5. Can I figure out what these lines are? This one seems more powerful, because this is a low and a high. So this is a low and a high, because I've already only got one low high, and these have to be different. Hang on, this is a low and a high, so that's a mid. This must be low and a high. I can't put a mid in either of those. So this is low high, this is mid, and this is the 4. So this is a low and a high. And I've got to put 2. There's a mid in here. So there is a 6 in... No, I don't know that. This could be the mid. I think that could be the mid. That can't be a mid. There's got to be a 4 around this quadruple in one of those two. There's a 6. Well, where's the 6 around this? These aren't mid. This is the 6. So this is the 4 and this is the 6. The 6 around this quadruple gave it to me. That is the 6. There is a 2 and a 9 in here. Six, 7, 8. So there's a 7 and an 8 around here. One of these is a 7 or an 8. This is really tricky. I've got to put a 1. I've got to put a 4 around here. I can't put it in there, and that's not mid. That's the 4. So that's the mid 4. This can't be 4, 5, 6. That could be 6. That could be... Well, none of these can be 4 or 5, and that one can't be 4, 5, 6. So one of those two is a 6. If that's a 6, that has to be a 6. I don't see why that's a problem. Then that would be a 6. Then that would be a 6. Then that would be a 6. And that all seems to work. If that's a 6, then... No, that can't be the 6. Oh my lord, that's beautiful. Where do I... If this was a 6, where would I put 6 in this box? I couldn't put it here, and I couldn't put it on the line. Neither of those can be mid, and that's not mid. That can't be the 6. So I can't put a 4, 5, or 6 there. I can't put a 4, 5, 6 there. So this is the mid digit. And it can't be 4 or 5, that's the 6. So now 3 along, this needs to be the mid digit. That was glorious. This has to be a 6. And now I can do Sudoku on 6s. Those can't be 6s. Those can't be 6s. I can't put a 6 on the line. That is the 6, which is mid. 6 now has to go up here, because this isn't mid. 6 has to go down here, so this is the mid 6. And is that 9 6s? That's 9 6s. Now 5 is not in any of those, so 5 is in here. 4 4 4 is in one of these two. This is kind of tricky. Got to put 2 and 9 in here. These were really, really delicate. I've got to put 1 and 7 in here. I'm not seeing why I couldn't do 7 and 7 or 7. Like if this was a 7, I couldn't. If this was a 7, where would I put 7 around this? Oh, that's so smooth. That can't be a 7, because then where would I put 7 around that quadruple? I couldn't put it there, and I couldn't put it there because those are different entropic states. So this can't be a 7. So 7 around the quadruple is in one of those two, which means that's not the 7, which means that's the 7. And there's my 5, 6, 7, which means orange is high and purple is low. So this is the 7, 8 pair. This can't be a 3. This is the 3. This is the 1, 2. This is an 8 or a 9. The 1 around here is in one of those two. So this is a 2 because it can't be a 3 and it can't be a 1. This is a 1 or a 3. Could put a 1 there and a 7 there. Not sure. This is 1, 2 or 3. Could potentially put 2 in those. 3 now is right here because that 3... Oh, this is cool. These are 7, 8, 9 and must contain a 7. That's a high digit, which means this is the low digit and this is the high digit. So these are 7, 8, 9, but this is, well, the 3 makes that the 1, which means this is the 2. But this is 7, 8, 9 now for the box, which means this is low because I've got 7, 8, 9. 7 had to be in here for the box, which means that's the 8 and that's the 7. This is now not 8. This is 7, 9, making that 8. These are 1 and 2. I've got to repeat that trick here somehow. This is so cool. 2 is in one of those two because that's high and that's medium, which means that's the 1 and that's the 2. 2 can't be there. 2 is in one of those two. 7 looks down saying that's not 7. This 3, 7 is going to have to do some work. Yes, it does. We're 7 in this column. Can't put 7 in any of those because it has to go around here, and can't put 7 in any of those. That's the 7, that's the 9. What's this triple? 2, 8, 9. Well, there's no 8 there. There's no 2 there. So this is a high digit. Oh, it's that simple. So this is the low digit. So we go high, low, mid. So this is high and this is low. So this is 7 or 9 because it can't be 8. And this is 1, 2 or 3 because it can be any of them. These are well, there's a high digit in here which has to be 9. This is 1 or 3, and the 1, 3 makes this the 1, which makes this the 2, and this the 1. The 2 says that's not the 2, so that's the 2. This is the 8, 9, which is yellow, and the 2 is blue. These are a 3, 9 pair now. This is 7, 8, 9. This is so smooth. Still got to put a 7 in one of those. So this isn't the 7. This is the 8, 9 pair. So 7 is in one of those two. So this can't be high because 7, 8, 9, and it can't be mid. So that is a low digit, which can't be 2 or 3. That's the 1. So there's no 1 here. This is a 2 or a 3. Still got to put a 9 in one of... Oh, I've got to put a 9 in one of those two. This is so clean. So this is the 8, this is the 9, which means I can't put 9 in either of those. That's the 9, which looks like making that the 3 and that the 9. This is so good. Talk about blessed with puzzles. absolutely blessed. The 9 looks up making this the 8 and this the 9. This is a triple now. 1, 3, and 7. Well, that's not the 7 now, so that's the 7, and these are a 1, 3 pair, which I'm going to call low. 4 by Sudoku isn't in any of these, and that's a 5, and that's not a 4. I'm going to put the 4 right there because I want to. These are now an 8, 9 pair, which I'm going to mark as high, and then I'm going to resolve them, 8 and 9. The 1 and the 2 make this the 3 and this the 1. Got to put a 4 in those. It's in one of those two. So what are these? These are 4, 8, and 9. So the 4, 9 makes that the 8, which I will mark as high. And these are a 4, 9 pair. And the 9 looks up making that the 4, which I will mark as middle. And that the 9, which I will mark as high. Very, very cool. Still got to put a 2 in. Oh, that's not the 2. This is the 2. These are 3 and 7. Which is possibly going to, this is what's going to cause that to happen. But I know what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are an 8, 9 pair. First I'll mark them as high and then I'll resolve them, 8 and 9. These are 1, 3, 5, 7. Don't know. Maybe this triple, which is 2, 7, 8. Well, the 7, 8 makes that the 2, so I mark that one as low, mark these two as high, and remove the 2 from them. The 7 makes that the 8 and that the 7. So the 7 in this row is over here. The 2 takes 2 out of there. So the 2 over here now isn't in those or there. That's 2 in the corner. And these are 3, 5, 7. And the 7 comes out of those, making that the 7, which I will mark as high. The 3 and the 5 don't know, but it makes that the 1. So this is the missing 9. There was a missing 9. These are now 3 and 5. Not sure what to do with them, but they are 3 and 5. Need to find something. So 1 is in one of those two cells because of the ones looking down and across. So what is this? It can't be 1, 2. It could be 3. Can't be 4. Could be 5. Can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. This is a 3, 5, giving me a 3, 5 pair. So that's the 7 in the column. Ha ha. Yeah, where was 7 in the column is the way to look at that. So this isn't 7. So this is a triple, 1, 3, and 5. So these are 1, 3, 5. There's no 1 there. So there's a 3, 5 in this column. So what are the other two cells? 2 and 4. So these are 2 and 4. The 2 makes that the 4 and that the 2. So that is mid and this is low. There's an 8 in one of the, this is an 8. 8 and 8 means this is 8, which I'll mark as high. So these, oh, the 7 makes that the 3. That's the big thing I should have done earlier. So these, well, this is 5, which is mid. Looking up, making this low and this mid, because this is 3 and this is 5. There's no 5 here. These are 1, 3, and 4. The 1 and the 3 makes this 4, which I will mark as mid. These are now a 1, 3, which are low digits. So let's mark them as low. There's a 5 over here. This is 1 and 3, which is low. 1 and 3. Okay. 3 around the quadruple. That's the 3, that's the 1, taking 3 out of those. This is the medium 5. This is the 1 and the 3. These are both low. And the 5 looks up is going to make this the low digit, this the medium digit. So this will be the 3, this will be the 5. And that is a beautiful entropic puzzle. Absolutely stunning. Entruples. Beautiful. Now, if you've not played with entropy and quadruples before, this one may be a little bit tricky to break into. I'm calling this one, man, we've had a lot of walk threes before, but yeah, probably a walk three again. There's a lot of them. This is just when people make walks in the park, they seem to make mid-range walks in the park. I'm going to have a lot of trouble sorting the difficulties on these ones. Probably end up doing them by puzzle solve time. We'll see how it all goes. Beautiful puzzle though, Wuschel. If all the puzzles are approximately the same difficulty, does it matter if they're exactly in the right order? I don't think so. And we'll just put them in. That's what we're going to do. Beautiful puzzle, Wuschel. Absolutely loved this one. This is... I don't want to say it was one of my favorites because I don't remember all of the other ones I've solved. I've been taking a break, and there's been some stunning puzzles. So yeah, just wow. You can say whatever you want, and I hope you say in the comments below that this was great, because I think so. You don't have to agree with me. Feel free to disagree with me, but not on quality of puzzle. Do what you want. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.